That's right. Yes. Yes. What's up, everybody? Come
We're
on
our
in.
Happy Healthy Mommies Club at. We
Yay.
are the Happy Healthy Mommy Club. Welcome
Yes.
back.
Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Bring your friends. Come on in. Bring your friends. Come on in. Come on in. Hey, welcome everybody.
Welcome everybody. This is Esther Noeli and
It's Connie. Come on in. Bring your friends. Come on in. We got some good stuff.
Let's go.
Woo.
Let's go.
Yes.
Okay. Let's do this.
Hey, if you all are watching on the replay, I want you to do pound replay and let us know that you watched the replay. You can also comment with us. We get the comments in the live stream. We're live on YouTube. We have some of the comments or the links on the side. Share on your posts. We're giving out prizes and gifts for people that are sharing on their posts. We have so much stuff going on, so make sure to go ahead and share.
Let's go. We got this. Woo!
Yes.
We're so happy. We have such a great show for you today.
We do.
And then at the end, we're going to do some housekeeping though right now, right? With what we do want to reiterate our previous show that we had Christina Diaz from DVT Devoted on our show last week. She was awesome, shared her story. We appreciate you, Christina. And not only is Christina doing that for our Happy Healthy Mommy Club, she's also doing a fundraiser for our Happy Healthy Mommy Club. So you guys got any Christmas shopping going on, doing? If you shop on her site, 50% of her proceeds are going to go to our Happy Healthy Mommy Club that we will be using, back into the club, because we love to provide all our club with awesome raffle gifts.
Yes, lots of freebies.
But, all that requires some support. So we are asking you guys to support us by doing some Christmas shopping on Christina's website. So we will be putting that website again up today. So she is sponsoring us. So, it's kind of, remember, our show is about women empowering women, right?
Yes, it is.
We are here to strengthen each other, which is with, financial health, physical health, mental health. We are here to do all of that for our Happy Healthy Mommies Club. Okay. We are so excited. I'm going to leave it over to Connie right now because she's going to be introducing our special guest today.
Yes.
And more items. But again, I just want to reiterate. And if those of you are watching on replay, you can put hashtag replay, and we'll be putting the link as well for the Christina Diaz's fundraiser for the Happy Healthy Mommies fundraiser on the link. Whether you're watching it on YouTube and Facebook. And I know, I did want to mention that, Connie, because I know last week I had some people ask me, because I saw it on YouTube. We are doing a YouTube channel also because, we don't know what we want to have both options. So the link is with Facebook and YouTube. Okay, so you can watch it in either one. We'll see if you watched it on the hashtag replay or you're watching it live. But yeah, and we'll be putting the link out for our Happy Healthy Mommy fundraiser. It ends this Saturday, so we have until this Saturday only. So it's already Wednesday, ladies and gents. So we need to go ahead and go on that website for Christina Diaz and see. There's so much stuff. But if you use our link, it's for our fundraiser. So again, 50% of the profits goes towards our fundraiser. So we really appreciate your support. Share that fundraiser with other people. Again, everything has to be ordered by Friday, actually, by Friday.
Yes.
So we would appreciate that, those orders going through, and we appreciate your support. And let us know, if you have difficulty finding the thing, we can private message it to you. But we're just right now when we posted it on our Happy Healthy Mommy Club group Facebook. So if you're not part of that group, just request to be on it, and we'll get you on the club, into our Happy Healthy Mommies Club.
Yes. And you know what? You know what I appreciate the most about the club, Esther? It's not just about fitness and health. It's about mental health, physical health. It's about financial health. We talk about all those different things. And the most important thing that we are absolutely committed to is that as mommies, we take the guilt out of putting ourselves first and taking care of ourselves so that we can take care of others.
Yes.
That's like the most important thing that I am committed to, and I know you're committed to the same. I also want to remind everybody that 2 more pieces. Don't forget to share. You can copy link. We have the YouTube page. You can share the YouTube page. You can share on your Facebook page. You can do a watch party and share, because the message today that we're going to talk about is going to be phenomenal. You all are going to just be blown away. Also, today's episode, this is episode 4. Oh my God, we have so many amazing women lined up. I'm beside myself. But today's episode is sponsored by HB Naturals. And we have one product here that I wanted to share, which is Body. And the reason why I wanted to share it was those that know me personally know that I have suffered from chronic knee pain, horrible knee pain. One year I was bowling in Cleveland, and my knees were swollen so bad that I threw 9 gutters in a row. And I got the crown, the gutter queen, because my knees were in so much pain because I was drinking, and I was the night before I was drinking, so I got inflammation. But this product is absolutely amazing. It's all natural, it's organic, it's vegan, it's cruelty free, and it contains turmeric, beetroot powder, and some other anti-inflammatories that have made a difference in my swollen knees. For those that don't know, I'm 45, and I don't know what it is that happens when you turn 40 something. All of a sudden it's like, and this really helps. Really, really helps. So I want to share that with you. If you want more information, we're going to put some links in the comments as well. So, before I bring on our special guest, one more thing. Next Wednesday, I'm super excited too. We're going to talk about mental health and women in mental health and addiction and depression. Erin Shine, my lady, Erin Sunshine, is going to be here next week. She is amazing. She's going to share with us what she's gone through with physical addiction to food, sugar addiction. We're going to really get in there and talk about all those different things that trigger us and that get us, women. They get us. You don't want, Esther, one thing I got really present to is I don't eat only 3 or 4 meals a day. I eat my meals, and then I gotta taste the other meals too when I'm cooking.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta.
You gotta eat your kids' leftovers, because God.
If the kids want a cookie, mommy, we need the cookie too. If the kids want a snack, mommy needs a snack too. If the kids get I didn't realize that it's like they get their whatever meal, but then it's like I want to taste theirs too. So Erin's going to talk about those types of addictions as well.
Yeah.
So
I'm so excited about today's.
Yes. All right. You ready?
Yes, I'm ready. All right. I'll be off the screen. We're gonna let Connie and introduce our guest.
Yep. Yes. All right. See you in a little bit, Esther.
Bye.
All right. Esther's backstage, and so's our guest. I have to tell you that the guest that we have booked today, you might have seen a little bit of what she does in some of our Facebook posts that we've put out there. But let me tell you something about Jackie Xavier. Jackie Xavier is an amazing human being. She has gone through so many different stages and so many different things in her life that could have taken her out. I promise you, the things that she's been through could have totally taken her out. And she chose to confront those different things that she went through head on, face forward, went through all of the different stages, all the different pain, so that she can bring the message that she's bringing to us now. Jackie has created an organization called the Project 6, which talks about how each of us are just 6 degrees from just knowing the next person. And I don't know, for me and for Jackie, I don't know. I consider her to be my sister. So we got 1 degree. I don't know. I think we're like one island apart. I don't know. I don't know. This lady. But not only that, she started her commitment to really make a difference in women's lives by starting a business in the form of caring and taking care of other women. It's called M2M Gifts. And that's how I really met her, with that organization or with that company that she built. And M2M Gifts is mommy to mommy gifts. And the gift boxes that she creates, you have the opportunity to purchase a gift box for someone that's going through something. And what Jackie does is she'll reach out to different women that might have gone through whatever private thing that woman went through. If she went through depression, if she went through a miscarriage, if she went through being assaulted, if she went through whatever she went through, and she'll seek out women going through cancer, right? And she'll seek out those different women that might have had that same experience and ask them to send a personal note. She will handwrite that personal note and send it in the love box anonymously. And so many women's lives have been changed because of that act of kindness and what she brings. So without further ado, I want to introduce you to my sister from another mister, my sister from my heart, Jackie Xavier. Jackie.
Am I on?
You're
Hi. Oh my God, what an intro, Connie.
I love you.
Tears back. Love you too.
Thank you for all the work that you do. And I wanted to bring you on to really let people know like what is available, what's going on, and just to share your project, because your project is just out to change lives and to speak to humanity in a way that I haven't seen.
No, thank you. Oh, and also I have to shout you out for wearing your love earrings. I saw that. I caught that. Everybody check out Connie's earrings. Those are from our website. Those are our love earrings, and those are actually handmade by an artisan named Ali Kushis. And they're made from the letters that my company has been collecting. So, you know, when you like write affirmations on walls, even if you're just going to paint over them kind of things. So that's the whole idea behind those earrings. And they look so beautiful on you.
And I'm literally wearing the story.
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to, so I'm literally wearing and these are on your M2M site still?
Yeah. Yep.
Yes, they are on the M2M site, and these can be purchased, and the proceeds go towards. Now, the proceeds for these earrings, do they go to the Rose
organizations? No, you have the option. So we have an option now on M2M Gifts to donate 10% of proceeds from each sale to the different nonprofit organizations that we're partnering with for Project 6, which I'll talk about in more detail shortly. But yeah, so when you go to checkout, you'll see there's a little drop-down option, and you can donate to the 3 organizations that we are collaborating with this year and in 2021 towards disrupting domestic violence.
I love it. You're such a disruptor. You're so disruptive, Jackie.
Since birth. I was born backwards. I think I've told you that story. I was born breech. Yeah. Like fully breech, like, wee, coming out this way. Yeah, I turned at the last minute. It's a good story that my mom tells a lot. So
I want to hear your mom tell that story one day.
Yeah, you have to. But it's kind of like, it's like, it explains so much about my personality. Like I've just always been ready to like get going and like hit the ground running, I think. So since birth.
Yes. So Jackie, I was looking at a couple of the newspaper articles, particularly I think it was in July with the Sun-Times. Can you share a little bit about that project?
Yeah. So, well, you gave like such a good introduction to Project 6, so I don't want to repeat too much, but like Connie said, Project 6 was born from this idea that we're all connected by 6 social degrees or less. There's this belief about each individual in the world being able to find some sort of connection. And so what's funny about Connie and I is that we you know, we have a connection to the Virgin Islands. I'm originally from Chicagoland, so is Connie. Then we met at our corporate office a couple of years ago, and we both realized that we had lived in the U.S. Virgin Islands just at different times in our lives. So we were living, you know, like in the same place in the Caribbean for different reasons and at different times. But I feel like ever since, once we established that, it was like, I felt so connected to you, because I was like, oh my God, what are the odds? There's like 500 people in this building, and I meet Connie, and we both lived in the U.S. Virgin Islands, and we're both from Chicago. So using that idea, I mean, Project 6 is taking that belief about 6 social degrees of connection and applying that to try to combat social ills. So domestic abuse, domestic violence, whatever you want to call it. It's very stigmatized, you know, and you get a lot of people that just kind of like get uncomfortable when you start talking about it. And so I'm giving all this background before I talk about the Sun Times article. And so it's not really until somebody feels directly affected by it, or maybe they lose someone, or they know someone who is affected by it. It's not until that moment, until people start to care. And that goes with a lot of different causes. That goes with a lot of different things. But domestic violence in particular is one of those very like hush-hush areas. And so when we started Project 6, we being this beautiful, amazing team that I'm so blessed with, we were kind of like, how can we approach this in an unconventional way? How can we get people to care? How can we capture that audience that is very reluctant to be vocal about domestic abuse, domestic violence? And so so we just started brainstorming, and we came up with kind of using the idea of nature, right? So nature is something that all of us come from. We all inhabit the earth. We are all part of this system. So if you can think of things like a root system of trees, it's really hard to see how they're all connected until you go beneath the surface. And so the idea of Project 6 really kind of uses that notion. You know, once you start to peel back the layers, and once you start to I don't know, I guess just like see past the differences and see past the divisions, you really start to see that you're all connected, and everything that you do has an effect on someone in this world. And so that's what started the Project 6 idea. And it just started kind of like evolving into, I don't know, an approach to anything, to make people feel accountable. And so at the time when we were starting Project 6, I actually, I have a friend from college who I hadn't spoken to in a really long time. And right when we launched Project 6 in July, there was an article and a story that came out about a grandmother, an elderly woman who was stabbed to death, by a family member. And it was someone, the surviving family member was someone that I knew from college. And so it was one of those things where everything kind of came together at once. So I read that story, you know, I hadn't seen him or really heard from him in a really long time, but I was so, you know, when you just feel something, you're like, you know, it really affects you. I think, I don't know, I'm a grandma's girl. I like really, you know,
me too.
I was really close to my grandmother.
A grandma's girl.
I was really close to my grandmother, who passed in 2017. So it caught my attention. And then at the time, our group here in Chicago, someone on our team named Ginny was like, hey, we should do a mural in Chicago to memorialize or honor someone who's died from domestic violence. And, you know, 2020 has been full of a lot of different people memorializing individuals who've passed from really horrible ways. So, and I think that that's wonderful work. But I remember thinking at the time, I was like, I don't want to just seem like opportunistic. I don't want to just start kind of blindly reaching out to people like, hey, can we paint your loved one, And so because intention to me is everything. And so I think that was my thinking. I was like, that's a really good idea, but hopefully, we can do it very meaningfully and with intention. And so anyway, I saw the article. I realized it was my friend from college, and I was like, wow, I think this is the mural that we need to do. But I knew it was such a delicate time, and it had to have been such a delicate time to lose a family member in such a violent way. And so I gave it a little bit. I was like, let me let this, I'm going to put this, like, keep this in my head. And then let me go ask him, maybe in about a month or two, if we can do a mural project to honor his great grandmother. And so I kind of just did like some behind the scenes stuff, like in the meantime, Project 6 was kind of taking off, and so I got, I finally did reach out to him, and that was probably like August, September, maybe even later. And it's like, hey, how would you feel about us doing a mural in Chicago to honor your great grandmother? And everything just kind of took off from there. And it was such a beautiful process because I feel like I got to know his great grandmother through that art project. I wanted to capture every single part of her spirit. I wanted to, know what types of things she loved, what were her favorite vegetables in her garden, what made her her, because it was such a horrible, tragic event that I really wanted to create something beautiful from that tragedy. And so that was the mural project. And the Sun Times, we just unveiled the mural a couple weeks ago. It was really, really stunning. And the Sun Times came out to grab some photos. And yeah, anyone who's listening, you should go check it out. The mural is titled Murtis Jackson. It's on 75th and Ashland on the south side.
75th and Ashland.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know what? I have the article. I'm going to put it up as well. I want to make sure I put the article up.
Yeah. And it was so cool because that was a true community project. We got the paint donated. Sherwin-Williams colored it for us.
Wow.
There was an illustrator all the way in Dubai who actually drew the image that we needed to cast the projection of Miss Jackson. The muralist was from Chicago, from the South Side, from a neighboring neighborhood. Mm-hmm. And so it was just really beautiful. And I think that that's kind of the direction I see Project 6 heading in, is how do you use these community partnerships in a meaningful way, and kind of leverage each other's resources and gifts, and to create art and to create beautiful things from very painful circumstances.
Yeah. Thank you. And I know that you said it was a family member that stabbed her to death. I'm looking for the article so that I can share it. It's not pulling up right now. But let me see. Because I wanted to make sure that it was an absolutely beautiful mural. I wanted to share that.
Yeah.
So I want to share the types of projects that you're currently working on.
I can send it to you if you want me to.
Perfect. Thank you. Can you send it to my messenger? Then that way I can put it up in the.
You got it. Yeah. Thank you. Sorry. I can go. I can talk forever about this.
No, that's okay. I had this link ready. I had these links ready, and now my messenger won't open on my computer.
Okay.
I had all this stuff ready.
I know, you're good. Okay, there. I just sent it. Yeah, but
let me put that in there.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, that's the wrong one. Let me find.
No, that one doesn't have the mural. That's the actual art. Yeah.
So here it goes. Yeah, so I was honored. I really was. I didn't think that there were a lot of bumps along the way with that mural up. I'll say that. So to see it actually all come to fruition was a very humbling moment for me.
I'm going to share it I'm going to screen share that. And then I also wanted to go through like some of the projects that you're working on now, because I know you have a big project, and this is all to really disrupt and to like, it can be one of two things, because when I saw the stuff that you were doing, I was like, Jackie, I want to make a difference, but I haven't gone through domestic violence. I mean, my husband screamed at me, but I wouldn't call it domestic violence. And then I got really present to, although I didn't go through partner violence. I didn't have my brother beat me up or anything like that, or go through anything like that. I was a witness growing up, seeing my mom get beat, her arm broken, 2
Mhm.
black eyes. I've seen my aunt, Selena, was pistol whipped by her child's father. He took a gun to smash her face with it. I saw my other aunt like dragged in the street, where she had like scabs on her knees, pulled by her hair. She was like 15 or 16 years old, and stayed with that man and had 3 more kids.
Wow.
And I've heard like I've seen the black eyes, I've seen all of that. And I was talking to my mom this Sunday. We went out for my sister's birthday, and she was just talking about how we are the ones charged to break the curse with love,
Mm-hmm.
to really break the curse. And by her second husband, she was like, oh, if you even look at me the wrong way, no, and then she was just like, and she's like, and that's why I'm like that with him, because I got beat so bad. And I was like, and that's why when I was a teenager, the guy had 30 days to prove himself. If he could improve himself, or if he showed any type of aggression, I would break up with him before I even, it was like, and we had a conversation, and we talked about it. And I just thanked my mom for being the one to stand up and not stay
Mm-hmm.
in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
It took it for a long time before she was able to stand up and step out.
Yeah.
So I'm very much aware of what, domestic violence and partner violence, and I thank you for starting that conversation, because I didn't really get that the impact of what I was a witness to.
Mm-hmm.
And truly, if you are a witness to anything in life, whether it's real or fictional or whatever, if you're a witness to something, one, you're responsible because you see it happening, right? And then two, you have to then make a choice to contribute to whatever it is, or to stop it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I just want to thank you for the courage to be a disruptor, to have the conversations. And I'm sure you're pissing off a lot of people that don't like to talk about this kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
I don't, in the Latino community, we don't talk about that.
No.
And I'm pretty sure
I don't even know if there is like a word for it in Tagalog. To be honest, I'm just being real. Like I don't know if there, it's funny you say that, because I had I was thinking about getting some documents translated over the summer into Tagalog. I got a document translated in Spanish. But there's not, it was funny, the Tagalog translator was like, it's not easy to translate this into Tagalog. And it made me realize, I said, I don't know if there's much language around domestic violence. It's very, very hush hush, very swept under the rug. And so it is an honor, and it is daunting to be vocal about it. I have gotten a lot of negative just feedback from family, just about, why are you talking about these things? Just, let it go. Again, victim shaming and just those cycles recycling because that harm isn't being stopped at the root. And so, yeah, so it's just important. It's important, and it's very humbling for me to be able to speak on my experiences and to finally have the strength to, without crying, without breaking down. I still do every now and then, but I'm definitely in a different place mentally to be able to use what my experiences were and try to uplift others. So,
you talking about this reminds me of, I was looking at a couple of videos online, and they were talking about this movement in South America. And I want to say it was not so. I want to say it was a movement in South America of women that were confronting their abusers. And there was like this battle cry that these groups of women would come out, and they would come out in groups, and they would say, and part of their chant in these different protests or standing up against their accusers was, I am not ashamed that you abused me.
mm-hmm.
The abuser is you, not me. And that was like, it's like, I didn't give you permission to hurt me.
Mm-hmm.
You took that liberty. And it's like that chant. It's like, regardless of what I wore, regardless of what I did, I didn't invite you to hurt me.
Yeah.
So it's like a real stand. And you know, with what you're sharing now, I can hear the stand of like, we're no longer going to ignore this conversation.
No.
It's happening, and we're talking about it, and that's it.
You can't. I think I love that, because for me, what drives or motivates is like, after I made it to the other side, after I was able to like reflect on my experiences, I was like, I can't consciously push this under the rug and live my life in a way that my daughter may experience these things, because I didn't do things in my life to teach her better, because I didn't model what it means to be in a healthy, respectful relationship. I would rather, I couldn't maintain that way. And so for me, that was, again, it goes back to breaking these cycles, because it's so hard to do that. I really think that breaking intergenerational curses is almost like, in some ways, like a death. It really feels like you are grieving the loss of something when you do make that, when you say no, and when you are literally breaking curses and behaviors and harm that's in your cells, in your person, in your soul, in your spirit, from all those who came before you. And so I think people who consciously say, no, I'm not going to do that anymore, they really need to own up to that power and realize how much strength that takes. It's almost like, what I always envision when I meet people like this is being a single person in this big open field with thousands, millions of people on the other side of a wall. And it's just you, because that's how it feels a lot of times when you're breaking these curses. You're literally swimming upstream and fighting against thousands and thousands of forces, and so that's what guides me, and that's what makes the work that Project 6 and what M2M Gifts is doing so important.
Yes, I have the article here too. So here's the mural that's on 75th and Ashland, in Chicago, which is absolutely beautiful. And you also mentioned that it was interesting because there's a north side, south side thing in Chicago. There's Cubs and Sox. Everybody in Chicago knows about the Cubs and look. And the most beautiful thing that you did that was so cool was all the paint for this mural was donated from North Side distributors, and the art and the work was brought to the South Side at this mural. So that was, and then it was just like, the artist was from where?
The artist is from Englewood. The South Side. Yeah. So I know. And I did that. And I don't call attention to it because then people will be like, wait a second. So I just do that. And then I tell them afterwards. I'm like, wait, but the paint was from Lakeview. Yeah. So, I mean,
Yes. So that in itself is a unification in Chicago because Chicago is divided.
Oh,
but you're bringing it together. So, I want to, how else can we make a difference? Like having the conversations definitely is making a difference. How else can we make a difference? What else? Well, how can we help with what you're creating?
Well, yeah, I think, Project 6 right now, we're kind of, we have different projects going on in different locales. And so the Chicago project, that mural that was commissioned by Project 6 was actually to kind of introduce our work into the city of Chicago, because we do have projects in development right now that are going to be benefiting an organization in Chicago. But what we're currently kickstarting is a project that is benefiting an organization in St. Thomas in the U.S. Virgin Islands. And so we are on Kickstarter right now. We just launched our project about a week ago called the Mahogany Tree Project. And
the Mahogany Tree Project.
So the Mahogany Tree Project is, like I said, one of 3 domestic violence initiatives. And we're working with our partner, the Family Resource Center in St. Thomas. They are a domestic violence agency, so they have a shelter. They do, rehabilitative work with families. They focus on families as a unit. And so the Family Resource Center is a charitable organization, and we are fundraising or kickstarting a project that is going to build a beautiful wooden installation in Family Resource Center's courtyard. And it's going to be made from storm damaged mahogany trees. And
I have it. I'm going to share my screen.
Yeah, so we're going to be memorializing, the list is almost 80 names of individuals who died from domestic violence. So it's primarily women. There are some men on the list. There are some babies on the list. And we are celebrating them. We're a lot of times, and this is something that our partnership lead Vernon said in an interview one time, I remember, with domestic violence, almost like any other tragedy, the story flashes across the screen and people share it for about a week, and then it's out. And then it's out of people's psyches. But the families, the people who were most affected by the death, they have to live with it for the rest of their lives. And so we wanted to do something to commemorate these individuals that died in such tragic ways. And we wanted to do it, in line with the Project 6 kind of brand, which is nature and repurposing pain and building art from some very painful experiences. And so you can be a part of building this installation.
This is just like this is a rendering. This is not actually built yet.
No. Yeah. If you scroll down a little, Connie, you can see. You can see what it'll look like, and then you can see all of those names.
These are the names remembered.
Yeah. So those are the names, and we may have to add some names by the time we're building it. Now this is the actual rendering. So this was designed by a male-female architect team out in LA. And it took a lot of conversations. We worked with them all summer to kind of reach how we wanted this to look, where we wanted it to go. And
beautiful.
It's going to be beautiful. Yeah, we want to do this right. We want to do this as eloquently as possible. So
the mahogany petals.
It's a big project. And on top of the memorial, we're also going to be providing care packages. M2M can't be somewhere without our care packages. So we're going to be providing care packages to the surviving family members of a lot of these victims, and making it a whole community event, if you would, in 2021. So that is that's the project.
So I want to walk a couple of people through as to what it looks like. So the goal, so with Kickstarter, the goal is $20,000, and you have 32 days to go.
Mm-hmm.
So far, yesterday you had like 1,000 and change, and today you have $2,500. So that's growing.
We're climbing. I know. We're not worried about. We're just like, in my mind, we're like, we're getting that 20. So but yes, we definitely need people to share this. Kickstarter is all or nothing, so if we don't raise 20 or more, then we don't get the funds. So we have some really cool prizes.
I'm looking at that here. I see. So the first thing I see here is I see that with a $10 or more, that you'll get a custom face mask.
Mm-hmm.
So you wouldn't just, you can just give you can just pledge if you just want to pledge, but there's also an opportunity that you can pledge and have access to like their marketplace, where you can, with the marketplace, they'll receive $10 in art.
No, so with the marketplace, if you pledge 25 or more, our team has been curating and collecting different domestic violence and healing inspired art since the summer. So we have this beautiful marketplace that's been building that we're going to launch sometime early next year. And backers in that category will have so they'll have exclusive access to that marketplace. And they'll be able to choose any one item from that marketplace. Some of those items are worth $400, $500. A lot of these artists, they were so moved by the project that they donated some really beautiful pieces. There's my little one. Lena, mommy is.
You answered the video.
I did. Can I finish? So that is so that's the marketplace, and then as you go up, the rewards get a little more incentivizing. The more you pledge.
So the $50, you get the community Q&A invitation. What does that do?
So in that tier, you will have an invitation to meet with the leadership team and kind of get more involved with the project. So not have final decision-making authority. That's the next one up. But you'll just kind of be able to weigh in. We might bring the architects in and see what types of things people would like to see in a community memorial. We really want this to be of the community and of the people who are supporting it. And then that $100 tier, you actually get to make some final decisions. So, you might get to vote on the poem that's going to go on the final plaque, that we're actually having a contest with the local high schools down there to have some of their students submit poetry that might go on the final inscription. And so, and then as you go up, then you really get to, our heavy hitters, people who want their names on that memorial as a sponsor.
Or someone that that has gone through that or didn't survive the violence, right? And the opportunity to memorialize them in St. Thomas. Oh, that's beautiful. And that can be done with like the initial in the graves and the engraved initial on the wood at $200, or at $500, you can have their full name there.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's actually the sponsors' names. So we're going to have, the names are going to be engraved. We have those names of individuals, but if you're a sponsor in the 200 and up category, your name or your initials will actually be part of the memorial as well.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, so you'll be able to be part of that memorial too, because you were our supporter in making this happen.
That is absolutely beautiful. So for those that are not familiar with how Kickstarter works, the goal is to have a minimum of $20,000 to pledge this project. So this domestic violence installation of the Mahogany Tree Project, their Kickstarter is $20,000. So the way that it works is that you make a pledge, and then once and they have 32 days to get the $20,000. When they get the $20,000, then your card will be charged. So your pledge is your commitment, right? But if they don't get the $20,000, which is not going to not happen, like that's just not even this is happening, right? Then you will not be charged, and then they will not be able to fund the project. So we're going to put the links in the different groups, in the different comments, and so that we can get that going as well. So that you can have, let me see if I can, will it show me the link? I'm going to put it in here, the Kickstart. Wait.
Yeah, or I could drop it in after.
I got it. Let me go ahead. I'm going to put it here. I'm going to put it here in the comments so that it's live and you'll be able to see it as well. And they have 32 days to raise this money. And, the goal is to, and this is for this project, and there'll be more projects coming up. So Jackie, as more projects come up, I would love to, I'm a supporter. You know me.
I know, you're the best.
This is very near and dear to my heart. So I got you. So if there's anything else I could do to support, please let me know. I have a couple of other things that I'm doing also that I haven't told you about yet. But I'm working on a couple of things. We're going to do a giveaway today. Yes. Okay.
We haven't put it on social media yet, but we can do a little preview. If you want to,
we love our giveaways. We are the giveaway queens here, honey.
Yeah. Do you have the photo, or you want me to pull it up?
Let me pull it up. Hold on.
Okay.
I got it here.
Yay. So this is an illustration that was commissioned by M2M over the summer. This
let me bring Esther in. Esther, coming in.
I'm so excited. I'm over here in the background, copy and pasting into our group already.
Yay! So this is actually an illustration. This was actually for our St. Croix project. So our St. Croix project is called the Red Hibiscus Project. So we have all the different elements of nature, and this was illustrated by an artist in Hawaii. Actually, you see, we're all over here, and her name is Xavier. She and I worked together over summer to do a bunch of pieces that were inspired by nature, healing, domestic abuse, and how to repurpose that pain. And so she did this illustration, and we're doing a giveaway. We want people to pledge 10. So this is probably be on Instagram in a couple hours. So if you pledge 10, you enter into the giveaway. And if you tag friends, then that also puts an entry into the giveaway. And the winner will get a beautiful print of this image to put up on their wall, and it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I actually have, it's kind of hard to see. I do have a framed illustration from Jaziel there too, another one. But this
make sure you put the link in our Happy Healthy Mommy Club group.
I will, yeah.
They could share it, because we could share it from there, right?
Yes.
I'm so excited.
This is our giveaway for now, and we'll probably put that up in a couple hours, and so I'll definitely share it.
That is so beautiful, and I love the red hibiscus. It's so beautiful.
Yeah. It's stunning. Yeah.
Jackie, thank you so much for the work that you're doing. Thank you so much for being that type of human that is committed to making a difference in this world, and being a freaking disruptive human. Like for me, like I was thinking about to this morning. I'm like, who is Jackie for me? Jackie for me Jackie is like, I'm gonna go storm the castle. See you later. It's like, okay, don't forget your snacks. So it's like, go disrupt domestic violence, and we're here. We got you, honey.
Thank you so much.
Jackie, this is our episode 4 of our talk show. And this is what me and Connie have a mission. Our mission is to empower women, all mommies, in their mental, physical, and financial health. And this is what our talk show is about. Real women, real talk, and that's what you are. You're awesome. Thank you, Jackie.
Ladies. I'm so honored to have been here, and I love what you're doing. And I'm just, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. You're disruptors too.
Yes,
I'm not the only disruptor here. So,
Yes.
yes.
All right.
Love
Okay.
it.
Thank you so much, Jackie.
thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Thank
Love
you.
ladies.
I'm going to leave the giveaway up, and I'm
Yeah.
going to go ahead and put you backstage. Or that was episode 4, Esther. Oh my
Oh
God.
my gosh, that was awesome. This is what we're about. You see, hashtag happy healthy mommy club. This is what we're about. We love talking to real women, real talk about their missions and what they're doing to get out those taboo areas. As you say, I mean, domestic violence is one of the leading causes in the world of women's death. Still,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
So nobody wants to talk about it because nobody wants to know that. Nobody wants to let anybody know that they're the victim. You know, who wants to be a victim?
And nobody wants to be the picked on either. Like Jackie was saying, still in her family, they're like, why are you talking about this? It's not happening to you.
Yeah.
Somebody has to.
Yeah, it doesn't have to happen. You've seen it with our friends. Our friends, my friend is an educated woman. I mean, you know, it's happened. Why? They don't know why, but it's because, again, maybe because they don't have support, the right support there, the right talk. They don't have the family support because they're afraid to talk about it because it's that taboo. It's that they're not supposed to be talking about this. You're supposed to just take it and get it over with, and that's it.
Right. And that's what we deserve.
Right. That's what we're here. We're here to disrupt. I love that.
Yes.
You said it, to disrupt the real talk, real women. And our mission here at Happy Healthy Mommies Club is to empower women physically, financially, mentally. So please share our group. We want to get out there. We're going to be bringing more women like Jackie. You know, we have a great guest next week, and that's mental healthness. So if you know anybody,
Yes.
mental healthness, make sure they tune in next Wednesday to our group. And as Connie put right now on the screen, this is our group. You know, so join our group. We're here to disrupt, to talk about it, to empower ourselves. And like Connie said, we give you permission to put yourself first.
Absolutely.
Because if you're happy and healthy, guess what? The whole family is happy and healthy.
Yes.
And if I ain't happy, nobody's happy.
Yes. And I was thinking about it yesterday too. Like, what the heck am I out for, right? And I got really present that I'm out to help women, to help moms discover they're happy, explore their health, and get their money.
Yes.
And have freaking fun doing it.
Yeah, let's do this. Oh my God. It's just, oh my God, that talk show that with Jackie, it made my blood like boil, girl. Like, it made it like, me subió la sangre, you know, la sangre. I was like, oh my God, that's so right. People don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, and that's part of what we do. And so if you want to, so this is what so I have here, let me go ahead and I have the link to the Kickstarter. I think I posted it. Let me check.
And you see, like, you know, we all have financial problems, but I truly believe que Dios dice, when you give, you shall receive, you know? So I'm going to be donating to this Kickstarter program. I mean, I think it's a great program. I mean, only $10 goes a long way, everybody.
And then you get a mask. You get a mascarilla.
I
didn't show them. I don't know where the picture. It had pictures yesterday of the mascarilla, but you get a mask that says, you know, that you donated to this organization.
And that's what we do here. We try to bring organizations. You know, we also have our Happy Healthy Mommies fundraiser that I posted again in our group. So they're just little organizations. We're not telling you have to buy $100. So we're not telling you have to buy anything. But if you want to support and, you know, and feel good that you said during this pandemic, you help support an organization. These are organizations that we would like for you to support and help us support.
Yes. So that's what we're up to.
Yeah.
So if that's what we're down with, if you're down with that, if you're down with women getting healthy, physically, financially, emotionally, we're down with that too, then we down with each other.
Yeah, we're here to support each other. You know, we really
Yes.
So we appreciate you. We
Next
thank you for tuning in, and we can't wait till next week, our next talk show, episode number 5.
So
and we'll be recording Miss Erin Shine. She'll be on the Happy Healthy Mommy group again. So, and then we post it on our news feeds. I just learned how to post on Add Your Story, but I don't know if I did it right. But
cool.
So we are a learning in process kind of talk show, and I don't know, Connie. I feel we're doing fabulous.
I think we're making a difference. And if there's any topics that you want to have us talk about, or if you have any questions, we would love to serve. We're here to serve. And if you are, like you also mentioned, if they do the fundraiser, we have that on there as well, the fundraiser for Devoted. Also, if you also want to support and you also want to take care of your heart and your health, we also have the HBN Love Box.
Mm-hmm. We'll be posting links on the Happy Healthy Mommy group.
Yes, 50% of the proceeds of the Love Box go directly to ensure that we continue this work and have these conversations.
Yes. Yeah. So Connie's going to be putting that link up so we can help, because we have our great admin, Raina. Mm-hmm. We have ourselves that we need to just make sure that everybody is, we're taking care of our Happy Healthy Mommies group.
So we're putting all these links in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
And we love you all. We love you all. We appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
Until the next time, stay happy, get happy, get your happy.
Hashtag Happy Healthy Mommies Group Club. Oh no, it's happy. It's already. I always forget. Hashtag Happy Healthy Mommy Group.
Yes.
No. Club.
Happy Healthy Mommy. Hashtag. Mm-hmm.
Hashtag Happy Healthy Mommy.
We love you. See you the next time.
Take care. Ciao, Bellas.